yesterday in the 1500. He did not endear himself to his fellow competitors, but he became a showman in the semifinals of this 1500, letting the crowd know that he was ready to run and ready to get 10 points for the Gators in this 1500 meters.
We are set for fireworks in this 1500. Parvej was the top qualifier from yesterday, running 4:04.98. That's because he sat back for the majority of qualifying, but comes in incredibly confident into this field. You also have Toby Gillen of Ole Miss. He qualified in running his first 1500 meters of the season yesterday, making his SEC outdoor debut. And then this is Max Harden from Auburn, one of two Auburn Tigers in this field. Max, a native of Auburn, Alabama. And this Auburn distance team is coached by Aaron Kent, who actually competed right here for the University of Florida, started his coaching career as a volunteer assistant for the Gators program as well.
Gosh, Max Harden got to stay at the home he grew up in and go to Auburn. That was an easy recruit. So 12 finalists. And we have been watching Parvej Khan all year from the indoor season. The freshman from India holds the mile record, national mile record in India. Fully expect to see him in the Olympic Games in Paris later this summer.
He won that SEC indoor mile title, overcoming two-time defending champion Anas Asai of South Carolina. Asai opting to run the 800, so we will see him later. And Parvej Khan also going to be in the 800. He has double duty of the middle distances this afternoon. Of those 12 athletes in this field as well, worth noting, Tennessee has 4 on the men's side. The Volunteers had 10 qualifiers here to Championship Saturday, 4 of those athletes coming in this men's 1500.
And that's the way to score points. Get your people into the final and hopefully they score for you. Khan normally likes to stay back. Yesterday he led in the semifinal to keep the pace honest and to stay out of trouble. And now he's running more like what we've gotten used to seeing him do, right at the back of the pack, as Cooper Atkins of Auburn has taken up the early pacing duties. There are the list of competitors on your screen. Cooper Cawthra is right there also for A&M. Harden on the rail.
Khan starting to make that move early on, a little earlier than what we have seen previously, going up there to the front. Bit of jostling, that's Yassine Abdallah of Tennessee. Also Jacob Lewis up there going with Parvej Khan. In talking with Gators distance coach Will Palmer, he said that Parvej has really improved his tactical awareness from the indoor season, but is still very much learning.
Well, now that's the second day in a row we've seen this different tactic from Khan. 59.5 for the first 400. And it's an honest enough pace where they're stringing out reasonably well. And we want to welcome our audience from the baseball game that went a little long. We are in the middle of the men's 1500 meters of the SEC Outdoor Track and Field Championships. We've seen both the 4x100 meter relays for men and women. Men won by LSU, women won by Tennessee. And this is the fabulous freshman from Florida, Parvej Khan, leading the pack in the 1500 meters with 2 laps remaining.
And looking incredibly strong in his ability to run up front. That's one of the things he's developed over the course of this outdoor season. The ability to run in different ways, can come from behind, can get up front, keeping this really honest to this point, with Toby Gillen of Ole Miss right there in tow as well as they go down that backstretch.
12 athletes in this final, including 4 from Tennessee. Those of us are just joining. Here's where we stand after 10 finals. Arkansas with a 15-point lead over Alabama on the men's side, tied with Florida, with Ole Miss just a couple of points back, and LSU and Texas A&M right there in the mix. We expect it to possibly go down to the final event, the 4x400 relay on the men's side. Now, Toby Gillen, Ole Miss, taking up the lead as they come into the bell. Cooper Kothra of Texas A&M and Parvej Khan out in lane 2, trying to stay out of trouble and be in a position to strike.
He looks like he is staying incredibly relaxed, letting the leaders pull him along. What we typically see is the last turn is where he puts the pedal to the metal as they are charging down the backstretch. Kothra doing a great job of hanging there up front. Tons of team implications for Texas A&M in the middle distance events today.
Dalton Hengst of Tennessee is the volunteer closest to the front. Kothra leading, but we've seen that stinging kick from Parvej Khan, expecting it any time now, coming up to the 150 mark. That's usually where he likes to go. Kothra, Khan, Hengst, Gillen, and Max Harden now coming wide, but it's Parvej Khan. He's all business today. Now he's free and clear. 10 points for Florida. 3:43.06. It's about equivalent of a 4-minute mile for Khan, but what an interesting game plan, if that was his race plan, to go up front, go back, and then sit and kick. 55.29 last 400 for Khan.
He has that confidence. He can go at any point in time. Dwight, looks like he took a glance at his watch even to just see what kind of tempo they were on, and then decides, the moment he decides to throw it down, few can stay with him on this ferocious closing kick. The chain goes into the mouth like we saw indoors. Look at the poise. Look at the composure. Khan is king of the 15.
A great performance by the young 19-year-old freshman from India. Max Harden was able to hang on for second for Auburn. There are the final official results, and Dalton Hengst of Tennessee scoring some points for the Vols, and Cooper Kothra dropping down to 4th. And the winner is downstairs with Fernando.
Thanks a lot, Dwight, and I'm very confident Parvej Khan. Last night you told me you ran it at 90%. How much did it take for you tonight?
I'm fine. I'm just lead the race. I know it's race going like 3:40, 2:41. I'm just wait for last 100 meter.
It sounded loud here when you were running by this. How did it sound to you? How did the crowd bring you home?
It's a good thing for me. It's my home ground, and my friends, everyone support me. My other team, other sports friends, and everyone here for me. That's a great thing for me.
Parvej Khan, Dwight, the first skater to win the 1500 at the SEC since 1983.
Man, a lot of firsts here like that. An excellent, well-run race, and 10 points for the Gators on the men's side. They can certainly use it. Khan celebrating much more in a way that did not embarrass his competitors from yesterday. Women next.